Okay, alright.
This is weird.
This is really weird.
This is really weird.
Alright.
Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Flower Couch with the infamous Weatherman. And this is a very special one because this is you are our 18th.
Lucky number 18.
Lucky number 18. You are legal to smoke and do whatever you please. You just can't drink.
I can't drink yet.
On our show yet.
Okay.
But yeah, we have been fans of yours for I think 4 or 5 years now. I think we
Likewise.
and have had the pleasure of kind of almost sharing a stage with you at EcoFest,
Yes,
which
that's right.
I have to say our cousin Joe Crespi.
That's your cousin?
This is my cousin.
Get out of here. I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know he was our cousin?
No.
Really?
No.
I feel like that's how. I thought he introduced us.
No, I knew you guys through just seeing you around and
Well,
Oh, really?
your name down.
I think we're all like the way we are around people like Joe. I mean, we're all like really good friends, but we're also
Makes a lot of sense.
cousins too, which is really cool.
Hey Joe, hope you're out there.
Hey,
I don't know which
Joe.
camera I'm supposed to look at. Probably
And
just the
He's
phone.
got a case on.
But Joe did such a great job with creating that festival in Jacksonville. Our cousin created this festival, built this festival called EcoFest, and it actually ran for like 2 or 3 years, or 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times. Yeah.
2 or 3 times, which is amazing. And of course, threw us on the bill, and then you were on the bill, and the Two Bob crew was on the bill.
Holy
and-
Ghost Tent Revival.
Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
Is it
Holy
Holy
Ghost?
Ghost?
Roadkill
No,
Ghost
it's
Choir.
Road
I always
Choir.
get the two confused.
Oh.
Either Holy Ghost or Roadkill
I forgot
Ghost
about
Choir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Holy Ghost. That's the ghost part.
But they both played bills together, like in
Yeah.
Asheville, like on festivals and stuff.
That's
and,
right.
and they play around here too. And I'm playing bass in a band called She Returns from War, which is it's Hunter Parks. She's like an amazing singer
Shameless
songwriter.
plug right there.
I'm plugging you, Hunter, like I always do. And I was in Mobile, and I ran into the
Holy
Roadkill
Ghost.
Ghost
Roadkill.
Choir, and I was like, "Do you remember EcoFest?" And they were like, "Yeah,
Cool.
yeah." So it's good memories.
It's a
But,
small world out there.
but this is a long time coming. I'm so glad that you're here. Like we're huge fans. And Streams and Pastures, by the way, is that came out in 2013. That was your first
2013.
full length.
First band album. I had
First
a
band
couple. I had 3 full lengths before that one, or 4 full lengths
Right.
before that one. That were kind of not really well known. But that was the first introduction into Jacksonville, and was really like what kind of put me on the map there.
Right.
Yeah.
What would you say your as far as songwriting and I wouldn't want to ask you the unfair question of like who's your favorite lyricist, because that's not fair.
It's very hard. Yeah.
But who are you listening to right now? What's a record like, if any, and who?
I'll tell you. I fell in love with a guy named Joe Purdy.
Joe Purdy?
Yeah.
I'll show you Paris in the Morning.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
uh,
he came out with a new album, I think last year, and I saw him play at Folk Alliance in February.
That's so
And
funny.
he has an album called Who Will Be Next, and
Yeah.
I've been spinning it on the regular. He did everything to analog, no overdubs, no anything, in his living room, and it sounds amazing. But all the songs are pretty outspoken
Right,
as far as
right,
like a current
right.
situation in the United States, and I was just really kind of blown away by how far he'd come in that record compared to the other stuff that I'd heard.
Right.
It is in my opinion a lot different, but in a
Right.
really good way.
Right.
His lyrics are they kind of just pull my heartstrings every time I listen to him, and I think that's where this first song came from. I wrote it on the way back from Folk Alliance after kind of really being inspired mostly by him,
Right.
but also the conference in general, and trying to use this platform to speak my mind about the things that are going on in the world that I normally haven't before, and also just trying to do it in a beneficial way that might help other people see a
Right.
different light.
Right. So what song would you like to begin with?
This is called What Am I Supposed to Think? This is the single from my 8th record that is releasing next month, June 16th. Should I just go into it?
Absolutely.
What am I supposed to think when you can't hear opinions that question your own beliefs, and you're your own contradictions. My framing mind is hard for those who choose not to see. What am I supposed to think? Your attention lacks compassion, and the words you choose to speak are ripe with flaws and backlash, with light enough to float. Yet somehow they still manage to sink. Now what am I supposed to think? It's about time I started using my mind to better my beliefs. What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to think? When injustice runs rampant, bought up by monopoly. Now my government cannot govern me and fix me up with a tie and a working wage by and by. What am I supposed to think? It's about time I started using my mind to better my beliefs. What am I supposed to think? What good is resistance? Who are we supposed to be when they push us in the systems to be happy within? Just as long as you're giving in to a life without thinking twice. Now what am I supposed to think? It's about time I started using my mind to better my beliefs. What am I supposed to think? It's about time I started using my mind to better my beliefs. Thanks, man.
Woo!
We were talking about Joe Purdy just before
Mhm.
the song, and I realized all throughout high school I was a huge Joe Purdy fan.
Yeah.
And the one song that really actually reminds me of, that I know you've heard, it actually reminds me of you a bit, is Fish and Whiskey.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
it just reminds me of like when you're running, it's like he ran away from home and he
Mhm.
found these two, a couple that took him in or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's as if it took place in Ireland or something
I know.
like that. And they took care of him, they fed him fish and whiskey, and he went back to sleep again. Like that, I love that. That song is one of my favorite songs. of all
Yeah,
time.
he grew up in just outside of Fayetteville, Arkansas, and we just got a chance to go through that recently. And everybody that lives there locally, it like loves Joe Purdy and
Yeah.
what he embodies too. And I don't know, he has such a diverse range of song topics too. You know, he's not a guy that writes a lot about love, and he likes to write about the simple things that people kind of take for granted
Right,
in everyday life. You know, which
Right.
is something I try to do too. So
right.
it makes sense why I like him, I guess.
Yeah, and I was trying to think of the two records that In Paris in the Morning was one of
Mhm.
the records, and that's just such a that opening. It's like one of the best songs to wake up to.
Mhm.
Part of the pun, but like it's like just the stomping and like the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
he's still touring. I just haven't heard of his. When you said his name, it's like I haven't heard anyone say his name.
I
in a long
know,
time.
I know. I felt like he kind of took a hiatus there for a while, but he really came out strong with this last record. I think that it has inspired a lot of other folk musicians that I know, especially people that went to Folklines and saw him. He just has this presence about him too that's really, he's in his own world kind of, but he's like, he's a no BS kind of guy.
Yeah.
Which I like that a lot.
Yeah, very strong character. too,
Yeah,
it seems.
very much so.
Yeah.
Blunt.
I know you're kind of on a. You're going back to Allendale Green a little bit here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Allendale Green.
Shout out to Eddie White.
Eddie White, my man.
He's a prophet of the town as far as the music scene is. The reason why it's still going, I think, is
Yeah.
because of Eddie's
You need people like
charismatic,
Eddie. Yeah.
but passion for getting us all together.
Absolutely.
And is there an event? There's an event going on, or
It's called the Barn Jam. They
Yeah.
do it every Wednesday. I'm a part of the Songwriting the Round, which is me and I think 3 or 4 other people, and then there's 2 bands. I'm pretty sure after that. And it usually starts at 6 and goes until like 10 or 11. And I forget the entry. It's like $15 or $20.
Right.
There's food included and stuff.
Right.
It's just a really, if it's out in the woods in the national forest up there, really awesome spot to bring kids and stuff. It's family friendly, so.
Do they still have the pizza, the oven?
Yeah, the
outside oven he's
yeah.
made? Yeah, that's
Wood fired.
so good.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So if you have anything to do tonight, if you don't have anything to do tonight, hopefully you don't. You should go out to go over on 17.
Oh, no.
Head north on 17. Put in your GPS. That's where Allendale is. So Allendale Green is this fantastic little area with stage, and Eddie White's been doing this for a good while. He's been hosting traveling acts, internationally known people, national touring acts as well, and it's just a really, really, really cool time, really good time.
Yeah, I think it's only like 20 minutes outside of town. Too.
Yeah, it's not
even
far.
there.
It's
Yeah.
really, really close. It's worth it. Yeah, we know y'all are going to the beach anyway. You might as well go
That's right.
stop it and to the Barn Jam. Yeah, that's whatever you want to play next. It's all up to you.
All right. I'll play the title track. This new album is called This Land, and it's a testament to people like Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie, and
Cool.
who were about preserving the land and traveling and utilizing the land as much as possible. This land was made for you and me, and that's something that I feel like is getting lost, especially with the current administration. They want to take a lot of the national monuments away, and
Right.
and keeping land intact is not necessarily a priority. And I think this is also a song about everybody trying to do their part in minimizing their footprint, and whether it's using less energy or putting out less waste, or cleaning up after yourself instead of waiting for my generation, your generation's kids to come along and
Right.
fix our problems for us.
Right.
So that's what this is about. This is called This Land. Take heed of the warnings going by. Our brothers and sisters will all be defined by these tattered remains that we leave behind. At the rate we're going, destroying mankind. Take heed, it's a lonely fall, that the children may suffer after us all. With these tattered remains that we leave behind, at the rate we're going with senseless minds. Take heed, it's a battle cry, and our leaders are lying before our own eyes. Now what tattered remains will we leave behind? At the rate we're going, blind leading blind. Have a laugh and have a drink, it's only the brink that we're treading on. What on earth makes us think that this land is here to start under our feet? take heed, for we must try to turn round the tide, live different lives. 'Cause our children will use what we leave behind, and there ain't an ocean quite like hindsight. Thanks, man.
You're it's neat. It's neat hearing your voice this close to you. You have really great like vocal control, but you're
Thanks.
yeah, I can I was like when I sing, I don't think anybody knows what I'm saying, but when you sing, I hear every single like.
I made a point for this
facet.
record because that's something that a lot of people have told me. I mean, my wife tells me all the time that I don't enunciate my words when I'm speaking, and then especially in between songs, and then a lot of people like my mom and my family, especially for years and years, have told me like, yeah, I really like your music, but I just don't understand what you're saying.
Really?
Yeah,
I think you're one person that it's like you're not, people maybe they could enunciate. I don't. I think since I hear everything, it really takes me into like a cinematic kind of panning of, because you're talking about the preservation of our country, like national parks, and just kind of like Woody Guthrie and all those other fantastic, even like the Outlaws, they all understood how beautiful our country was because they traveled and that they did that out there with playing music, they're experiencing. So like that was really.
I think it might help, like explaining the topic beforehand, and then you kind of like get your frame of reference open to understand what I'm saying. But I think I probably will continue to evolve in the enunciation part.
Yeah. No. I think. I don't think you need to work on that at all. I would just say that's really. I'm so close to you. I really could. I feel like it's like a record. Your voice, to me, even on your record, is so it's so present and smooth and just very articulate, very lush sounding with the guitar. So it's neat hearing it right here on the counter. Which one are you gonna play?
Man of Conviction.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this one is about kind of that struggle that you have between the heart and the mind, and trying to speak from both places at the same time, and be a man of your word.
Right.
And just how confusing life can be in a struggle. So yeah. No matter where I am, Lord, I have the tendencies to be forgetful. Strong-willed and never still, can only go so far with the weight I pull. Evidently, it's unmistakable. Lately, it's been within my control. Woman is familiar and letting it get out of hand. Oh, and it's such a struggle, and man, it's such a long haul. When we're keeping our minds full, we're being mindful. Men are crossing hearts and swaying up and down, to be well aware without losing ground. No, 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 no. Hey, my lately it's been within my control. Roaming this familiar land, letting it get out of hand. Oh, and it's such a struggle, and man, it's such a long haul. And we're keeping our minds full. Yeah, we're being mindful. But I'm crossing hearts and swaying up and down to be well aware without losing ground. No, 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 no. Hell of a voice crack there. It's been a while since my voice cracked like that.
No, you're man. That was beautiful. Everything you've done is beautiful. You're always will be, all of us, Pat and I too, and it was such a pleasure to see you up there and at Uncommon Ground in Chicago.
Mhm.
It was Pat and I had I think we'd just been there for like maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rough, but it was good. It was
Yeah,
great
man,
seeing a familiar face.
I know how rough that place can be. you know,
Yeah.
for musicians,
Yeah.
and anyone
Yeah.
really, that doesn't have it, their stuff together there. It can be a really jarring place to be.
It really was, and it was also, of course, after being there for a while, it's cool getting the swing of things. It's
Yeah.
a great place, but
For
it
sure.
was really motivating hearing you and then hearing that you had lived there too, and look, it's kind of it's a rough place.
Yeah,
you know?
Just misery left company sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to thank you again for coming
Thanks for
and
having me.
gracing us and sitting on our flower couch
It's my pleasure.
and making it even more famous.
Hopefully, I don't know about that, but
But yeah, it's such a pleasure, and welcome to the Flower Couch alumni.
thanks, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
We have a lot of amenities as the alumni flower couch.
We'll give you a card.
Perfect.
We're getting to it.
Looking forward to those when
It
they
gets
get
better every year. Yeah.
We're gonna do like a family photo for every portrait one day. We'll just have like a little sweater.
We'll have the same matching
We'll have
turtlenecks.
little turtleneck, little family
Yeah.
portraits. We'll have.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
So,
that.
so it's gonna be lined. It's all of us. It's all the same, but we have to be in a picture with you.
Yeah, I love that. That's the way it should be. All right, I'm looking forward to that when that comes.
Yeah.
to fruition.
Oh, yeah.
Allendale Green tonight. Barn
Allendale
Jam.
Green, 6 o'clock. Yeah.
6 o'clock, Allendale Green. It won't cost you anything except $15.
Anybody else watching too out there, weatherman.net, you can see if I'm coming near you too. If you like music, of course. But
Yeah.
The new record's coming out.
June 16th.
And then is it what's the name of the new record? Is it
Is new. The 8th record is called This Land. Yeah, and
Songs for Harvest?
Seeds for Harvest?
Seeds for Harvest.
there was also a live album last year that I released.
Yeah, I saw that. And on Spotify, you can streams and pastures, Seeds for Harvest are both on there.
And the live album.
And the live album,
then,
yeah.
and then the single, the first song that I played. And then you can pre-order the album and you get 2 tracks, the first 2 that I played
Cool.
on iTunes and Bandcamp. And stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so check it. You can check them out right now. If you're paying $10 a month for Spotify, it won't cost you anything more.
That's true.
So please check them out, and follow them on Instagram and everything else. And I know that whoever's watching, if you're not in Charleston, I know you'll be playing sitting near them, near
Yes,
you.
yes.
So yeah, you're
I'm sure
one
there's-
of the most traveled, weathered.
Very
Weathered
good use-
man.
good
Weathered
use of term.
man that I know. But again, thank you so much
Yeah, thanks for having me.
coming.
Appreciate
It's,
it, man.
it's, it was a pleasure. It's
Yeah.
a dream come true.
Oh, thanks, man.
Stay tuned for Flower Couch next. I don't know when's our next session.
Whenever, and it'll be the 19th one.
Oh yeah.
Not as exciting as the 18th, but
Oh,
I think we.
19th guy.
Sorry about the 19th. 19. What is that? No, but it's a privilege. It's a pleasure to keep progressing like this. Thank you guys for watching, and we hope to continue this for as long as possible. And anybody coming through that is especially national touring acts, or if you guys know anybody coming through Charleston that would be interested in playing on Flower Couch, please message us on Facebook or flowercouch@gmail.com or flowercouchsessions@gmail.com. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys.